Good morning, dear students. How are you all? I hope you have been enjoying holidays. At the same time, you are also busy with your lessons as well as classes which are going on online. In my last class, we discussed about present perfect tense. In my last class, we saw about present perfect tense. Just to remind you, present perfect tense has the structure subject has or have plus verb 3 plus object, and the negative subject has or have plus not plus verb 3 object. In this way we use present perfect tense, as well as the uses of the present perfect tense are when the time is indefinite, action has been completed, and when the time is indefinite. And the second use, the just completed actions, we speak in present perfect, as well as the third, long back in the past we have completed an action, but the action's significance is felt at the present. In these three aspects we use present perfect tense. Today let us talk about present perfect continuous tense. Today let's talk about present perfect continuous tense. The structure of the present perfect continuous tense is subject has or have plus been plus verb 4 plus object. Subject has or have plus been plus verb 4 plus object. Okay. See here, I have been waiting for my friend since morning. I have been waiting for my friend since morning. My brother has been working in the school for 2 years. My brother has been working in the school for 2 years. They have been preparing for annual examination. They have been preparing for annual examination. If you look here, subject, then has or have plus been and verb 4, then object. Same thing, my brother, subject, has or have been, verb 4 and the object. Next, the negative formation of this present perfect tense continuous tense is subject has or have plus not plus been plus verb 4 and object. Subject has or have plus not plus been plus verb 4 and object. Sudha has not been taking life seriously. You have not been making us to do well. We have not been asking for your help. Sudha has not been taking life seriously. You have not been making us to do well. We have not been asking for your help. Here subject Sudha has not been, verb 4 and object. In this way we make present perfect continuous tense negative statements. If you look at positive yes or no type questions of present perfect continuous tense, positive questions of present perfect continuous tense, as I said before, any yes or no type question we start with a helping verb. So has or have, subject, been, verb 4 and object. Has or have, subject, been plus verb 4 and object. Look at examples. Have you been thinking of us? Have you been thinking of us? Has the child been crying since morning? Has the child been crying since morning? Have they all been doing well? Have they all been doing well, helping verb has or have, then subject, you, the child, they, all, then been, then verb 4, then object and a question mark. Next, coming to yes or no type question, negative formation of sentence. Subject, has or have, subject, not, been, verb 4 and object and a question mark. Has or have, subject, not, been, verb 4 and object. Has she not been calling us? Have I not been asking you for help? Has Suresh not been teaching well? Has she not been calling us? Have I not been asking you for help? Has Suresh not been teaching well? Okay, in this way we make yes or no type of negative questions. Now let us see double H questions. How to prepare double H questions. To prepare double H questions, we start with the double H word. What, when, how, why, etc. Has or have, subject, been, verb 4 and object. Double H word, what, when, how, why, etc. Has or have, subject, been, verb 4 and object. If you look at the examples, what have you been doing all these days? How has Ramesh been making his project? Why have they been cutting these plants? What have you been doing all these days? How has Ramesh been making his project? Why have they been cutting these plants? So in this way we make structures of positive statement, negative statement, yes or no type question positive, yes or no type question negative, and as well as double H word questions. And the uses. Before going to see uses, let us see the prepositions for and since. Okay, let us know the uses of or the significance of for and since in present perfect continuous tense. We use for a period of time, a period of 2 years, 2 days, 3 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, okay, 2 decades. Okay, we use for period of some days, for some years, for some hours, for some minutes, for some seconds. In this way we use for. And when it comes to since, it is a point of time, which means it is a particular time. We use since for using particular time, point of time. Since morning, since 2 o'clock, since 3 o'clock, since yesterday, since Wednesday, since 1950, since 1825, since 1855. So in this way, since we use. So for we use for period of time and since we use for point of time. Now let us go for the uses of this present perfect continuous tense. Okay. So students, after knowing the structures or the formation of sentences of present perfect continuous tense, let us see how to use this tense, in which situations or where to use this present perfect continuous tense. We have only one use of this present perfect continuous tense, that is an action started in the past and continues up to present. An action started in the past and continues up to present, which means an action already began sometime in the past. Okay, an action, it has begun already sometime in the past, already started, and it is still going on, or it is still progressing, or it is still continuing that action. In those cases only we use present perfect continuous tense. An action started, an action already began sometime, or just sometime before some time, and it is continuing now also, or it is progressing now also. See, for examples, my father has been calling me since afternoon. See, here we used since. Since means point of time, which means he is calling me from afternoon. Okay, he is calling me from afternoon onwards. I have been reading this book for a week. For a week means it's a week is a combination of 7 days. So I have been reading this novel for a week, which means I have started reading the novel a week ago. 7 days back I have started, and still I am reading or continuing that novel to read. Third, it has been raining since morning. Since morning, already rain started in the morning, and it is now also continues to rain. In this case only we use present perfect continuous tense. You see, an action started in the past and continues up to present. My father has been calling me since afternoon. I have been reading this novel for a week. It has been raining since morning. In this situation only we use present perfect continuous tense. Now students, for you to work, read and practice all these structures of these sentences and write a paragraph in only present perfect continuous tense using. Write only a paragraph using only present perfect continuous tense, and write a number of sentences using this present continuous tense for better improvement and for better knowledge of this present perfect continuous tense. We shall come with you, or we'll see in the next class. Thank you.